Hey y'all, it's like 11:55 p.m. and I'm getting ready for bed, lotioning up because your girl been ashy lately. And I rode home in silence, got in the shower in silence, did my oral care in silence, did my skincare in silence. I'm still processing the Michael movie. And I had to talk to y'all before I go to bed. I had to say something. I had to tell somebody. I am blown away. First and foremost, this was the perfect movie to see for my artist date. So originally, I was like, oh, I'll go see I Love Boosters again as my artist date. Because if y'all don't know, I have started the Artist Way, which is like 12-week uh, creative recovery program. I'll show you the book if I haven't already. Hold on. Well, I want to stay focused. If you want to see the book, post in the comment section. I'll make sure I put it in the next video. Um, but basically, as a part of this program, you have to commit to do a morning pages every single day, which is 3 pages as soon as you wake up, stream of consciousness journaling. And once a week, you have to take yourself out on an artist date. And it's supposed to be to help inspire you, to intrigue you into play and whimsy and all of that. So, um, oh, I did a coffee scrub and I didn't get all the damn things. Anyway, um, so originally I was gonna go to Botanical Gardens, but then, as y'all saw in the last video, I got this like cleaning bug, so I was in my house most of the damn day, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the park and I'm gonna like journal, maybe make a kite or something. Got too late because I was cleaning all damn day, and I was like, okay, I can still go to the movies. Saw that Michael was still playing. I was like, you know what? Fine, let me go ahead and do it. I was not. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't think I was expecting anything. Honestly, I don't. And let me start off by saying, like, providing you context, I am not obsessed with Michael Jackson. Never have been. I literally drove home thinking, where the hell were you at, Earth? Why weren't you obsessed with Michael Jackson? Like, and I can't really call it, like, I was literally going back through my childhood mentally and like trying to place it. Now, I was born in the mid 80s. So a lot of the stuff, like on his comeuppance, the whole Jackson 5 era, and all that, I wasn't even born yet. So, and then in the film, the one of the most pivotal moments of like big decisions happens 2 years after I was born. So I was only 2 years old, right? And I also had a mom who didn't let me watch like the box and like music videos like that. Like the first major artist that I remember being obsessed with, like obsessed, was Aaliyah. Like her death took me through it. Here took me through it. My little teenage heart was so broke. Probably right behind them, her was Destiny's Child. But specifically with Destiny's Child, I was obsessed with Kelly from the jump, like from immediately. Always obsessed with Kelly. Beyonce was never my favorite. It's no shade to Beyonce. She's also another icon who I am not obsessed with in the same way that the popular zeitgeist is obsessed with. But baby, even watching this film, I gotta tip my hat to Beyonce because she went to the school of Michael Jackson. She went to the school of Michael Jackson. Like I could just see it so damn clearly. Also, Jafar Jackson, the rent was due, baby. The rent was due. He said he was gonna act his damn ass off. If this is the last film that he's ever in, you gonna know his name. Phenomenal. Stay focused, Erica. What am I trying to say? Anyway, I was not obsessed with Michael Jackson. I know that he's an icon. I respect his work. I know that he's the king of pop. Like I know all of that, right? And it was just never my thing. Like his albums did not go platinum in my brain. The albums that were related to Michael Jackson that I consistently listened to were Christmas albums, the Jackson 5. That was when it's like, okay, yes, put on the Jacksons for me. Don't ask me why, because I'm still processing it. Just watching this film, I'm like, girl, what were you doing? But I was the Aaliyah girl, Destiny's Child girl. Then when I started to come of age and I had less restrictions on me, which was so interesting because my mother was a wild woman. So the fact that she had so many rules for me, where she was like, my childhood is interesting, just to be clear. Um, like immature, Brandy, of course. I was really, really, really into TV and film, probably more so than music, especially after Aaliyah died. I was more into TV and film because that Aaliyah broke my heart. So yeah, I never caught the Michael Jackson bug like how most people have and how it's shown in the damn film, but I get it. I get it. And honestly, after watching it, it's just like it I'm like a true believer in like serendipity, but then also like I don't know how people don't believe in God because I know that God be working in my life. And the way that he be orchestrating certain things and like I feel like I get things at certain times on purpose because of the journey that I'm on and the space that I'm in. So I have been thinking for a minute, like a couple weeks now, right? And this movie came out end of April. This is about to be the end of May. So I'm late seeing this Michael Jackson movie. But for the last 3 weeks at least, I've been heavily thinking about the lack of artistry across the board in music and film and like how the era that they're ushering us into is like totally devoid of it. My example for this is the rap girlies. I'm also not a huge fan of, and I don't know how to say this without being politically correct, so I guess I'll clean it up after. If I offend you in the comments, then let me know. We can talk about it because I'm not meaning to be offensive, but I want to communicate my thought as best I can. I'm not here for all the rap girlies. I don't want every girl to have a mic because I feel like too many people have seen various places and spaces within artistry and have exploited it and bastardized it in order to make money. And it used to be a thing where your artistry, yes, got you out of the hood because you worked hard at it. But your number one goal was like, yes, you wanted to eat, yes, you wanted to survive. So I'm not saying everybody's altruistic when they're artists, because they're not. People do want to make money, but the money became a byproduct of your hunger and your talent to be the greatest. Michael Jackson is proof of that. Beyonce is proof of that. Prince is proof of that. Hell, I would even say Rihanna is proof of that because she's the most, for me, how people see Michael Jackson is kind of how I see Rihanna. That's a whole other conversation for a whole other video. But we have lost that. And I think the female rap genre specific, because I'm gonna talk about the men, they ain't fucking clean either. But the female rap genre, 2010s coming into 2020s, it's like all the Instagram baddies decided they was gonna pick up a mic because that was their way out the hood, and they don't give a damn about rhymes. They can't push their pen. And then when they start talking, they all talking about fucking and like, and it's fine because everybody is hunching. I mean, I ain't, but I used to. Cool. Like I get it, but is that all you got to say? The rap girlies don't have nothing to say. This is why out of all of the rap girlies, Meg got through because she was actually saying something. She's shaking her ass. She's talking about, but she's also saying stuff, other stuff. Um, Dochi got through because she's saying something. There's artistry there. Mona Leo, I'm on not as hard as Megan. I'm on hardest. I had to let Onika go. I couldn't let Onika go until she went MAGA. I know. I know. MAGA was the straw for me. I know. Even when she put out that stupid ass Bigfoot song, I was still there. I was just in the background quiet. I was still listening to her music, like, well, y'all right to drag her ass because she's fucking tripping. But even Onika saying something before. All these other little this and little that and doll this and doll that. Cash Doll, actually, listen to her saying something. And the money was a byproduct of your greatness. And your exponential growth with your pockets was also typically linked to your exponential growth as an artist. And this film brilliantly laid that out. And it wasn't even Michael's full fucking career. It wasn't even his whole career. But he was constantly trying to evolve and break free and say something. He was put in extenuating circumstances. And that brought me to a whole other thing because 2 years ago, after I saw Exhibiting Forgiveness, if you haven't seen that damn film, what the hell are you doing? You need to go see it. I watched that, had the privilege of going to a screening with the director, and it was a talk back with the director. And at the end, I was able to talk to the director. And one of the things that have been plaguing me since seeing that film is who are we Who are we without our trauma? What is our art when it's not made from a place of addressing or healing a wound? And it came up for me in watching it because Michael had to go through a fucking lot to be great. Would he have been that great without those things? Without the pain, without the trauma, without the isolation, without the subjugation, without the familial oppression. Now, I don't have the answer for that, but that is the stuff that comes up in my brain as I'm consuming things. Also, while watching, greatness is not made in a fucking vacuum. We are all like literally in this together. And I know they made a comment in there, like he made a comment like he was trying to, he was like, it's a scene where he's in the pool and he was like, I'm trying to be open to the creator giving me a song. I'm asking the creator to give me a song. I gotta be open and available to it because if I don't, then he gonna give it to Prince, which like made a note of their rivalry. But Michael was so aware of like what was happening around him. I had no idea that he brought gangs together to do the damn beat it. Like I I don't know a lot about Michael. I know the gist, basically. I knew that he was abused as a kid, child star. Like I know the sprinklings across the top. This film didn't go all the way deep, but it went deep enough for me to be like, wow, I now want to learn more. I was in the fucking, and I was trying to be this person, but halfway through the movie, I just had to turn my phone screen on the lowest it possibly could be, and I was googling, did this really? Did this? Yes, yes, yes. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? But all of it compelled him to make his next greatest work, and I don't see that. Like going back to my example of the rap girlies, like I don't see that. The only person I can say I see that with, well, Doechii, I think she's like resting right now. She's going to pop back out. But Meg, I feel so bad for the hell that Meg has caught and continues to catch. However, I wonder if her tragedies are part of her, the reason why she's such a great artist. Anywho, um, and I get emotional about this because I think about these things and then I come back to myself and I use media. If y'all haven't figured this out yet by watching my main channel and how I talk about shows and characters and things and when I choose to insert myself and provide additional context of my particular lived experience, I use media to process life as a whole. Like, yes, this shit is enjoyable sometimes and great entertainment to watch, but I often gravitate to things that help me think about my existence, my personhood, the world. It helps me better figure it out. So, in watching this and for these feelings to come up of like, who are we without our pain? Like, I am deeply in our wounds, our trauma. I am deeply, deeply informed by childhood wounds that I'm very aware of. I feel drawn to certain things and couldn't care less about others specifically because of how I hurt in the past. And it puts your pain in a different perspective, which sometimes for me um cultivates feelings of gratitude for it, even though it might have been hell. It truly might have been hell. Anyway, this was a perfect artist date because of all of the things that it has brought to front of mind for me and the things that are percolating in my mind now. I am so deeply inspired by Michael's work ethic. I want us to have artists like that again. Artists that are not just out here trying to flip a single for a fucking check, but you're trying to say something. The world is hurting. We're experiencing a goddamn genocide. Our country's being run by a fucking pedophilic reality star. Like, Too many of the fucking white people that really lost their damn mind. They think we're going back to Jim Crow. Like, they raping the continent of Africa. Like, shit is real. There's so much happening in the world. There's so much to speak on. And so much of our journeys as people is so similar. From birth to death, where a lot of us are going on journeys of seeking identity and community and purpose. Like, those are common themes for us all, which is how certain things start to like relate and correlate, even though it could be different art forms, different genres, different mediums, different disciplines, but they're still speaking to the same core journeys that we as people go through. And how our world is set up or how our world has been conditioned is getting worse. And our artists aren't even speaking to that anymore. Michael Jackson was well on his way to being the greatest pop star of all time. And he watched a news broadcast about gang violence in LA and said, you know what? I'm going to use my platform. Like, where is that artistry at? Where is that connection to the collective consciousness? And then on a his story type of level, I'm also now brought back to curiosities around arrested development. I kind of believe and came up with like the hypothesis of like, when you break out, when you make it specifically with like fame and fortune, you're frozen. And then you pretty, unless you work your ass off and you are as self aware as possible, you are stuck at the age that you broke out. It's why I feel like Tyler Perry continues to write the same shit that he's been writing for the last 20 years. It's why we see so many stars struggle with navigating different trials and things at different levels of their lives because their mind is still at a place. And it's not me calling anybody stupid. It's just I feel like arrested development is real. And like, I don't know the ins and outs of like all of the allegations, and now I kind of want to lean into and learn more because when I'm thinking about the criticism going into this film, I know that there was like Rabbit fans who like loved it. It was like amazing, yes, yes, yes. But there was so many people like, I can't believe you're going to see that, and he's this and he's that. Again, if I offend you, let me know in the comment section. We can talk about it because my goal is not to actually offend you, but just by seeing this, which I feel like this is going to be a trilogy. It needs to be a trilogy. It needs to be at least two more movies. From what I've seen with this movie, I don't know if I believe Michael did the things that they said he did. And that also piggybacks on my thoughts around his arrested development. And when you see how deeply he cared about kids and particularly protecting kids because he was not a protected kid, I don't know if I buy it. But I don't want to disparage or dismiss true victims. So, and again, I don't know the details. Like, I only know somebody has said, and this had came out, and I've seen over the course. Like, I remember, I don't know if this was like 2019 Sundance with the Michael documentary, and like Oprah was involved, but then she pulled out, and then like some people said certain things, but then they recanted. So like over the years, it's been so much discrepancy around did he do the things, did he not do the things? It's not as cut and dry as like R. Kelly. Like, it's just not. And just watching the movie, which I get it, could be propaganda from Michael. I totally understand that, y'all. I'm not saying that he did not do it. I'm just saying I don't know if I believe that he did it. And I think that the movie did a good job of capturing Michael's mental states over the course of what was it? I think he started in 1968 through 1988 over those 20 years. I don't know. I'm probably gonna go see it again. And I still got a bunch of research to do. Even looking at how he got all those animals as pets, but were friends because he couldn't be friends with like, oh my god. So of course in his adult years he's like befriend like I enjoyed the movie. I do feel like there was big holes. Where the hell was Janet? I know that Janet Jackson declined respectfully for being a part, so she was not seen ever, like never picture, not even off in the back. And I think that that was a huge disservice. I'm just like, Janet, what's your issue? Because I needed that. I needed to understand the context. None of the other, in my opinion, again, I ain't trying to offend nobody, but if I offend you, we can talk about it. In my opinion, there's no other Jackson that made enough noise to truly like shake things up outside of Janet. And I would have loved to see what Michael's perspective was. Not that I think that he was jealous of her at any moments, but did he support her? Like, how does she navigate Joe? How was Joe different with her? Like, I kind of want to know that as it pertains to Michael's story, and we don't get that. I heard that Diana Ross, Kat Grant was cast as her, but Diana Ross fought, I guess, to not be a part of it allegedly. I don't know the details. I just was seeing things across the interwebs. And she had a big part in Michael's life. So then without Diana Ross, she can't talk about the Wiz. And like that is a huge part of his propulsion forward. Um so there were definitely holes, but even with the holes, it was a great movie. It was a great time at the movies. It's a movie that yes, we need it. And I also think we need I love boosters. And we also need Is God Is. And hell, I did not like two spoons of chocolate. Did not like it at all. I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna talk about it publicly because I struggle with like I don't enjoy saying negative things about black artists or black art. Um, but we need it because black people need to express themselves, black people need to put their art out, and then other people need to see themselves. And not everything is for every fucking body. But we need to put out good stuff. And Michael was a good movie. It was. I can't even think of a biopic that I enjoyed as much as this. And I'm probably gonna go see it again, which is a surprise. And I now want to listen to some of Michael's fucking music. Like now, I want to go through all the albums because I'm like, I don't know, Erica, what the hell you was doing, but maybe we just need to go ahead and play them again because you're tripping, girl. I get why y'all are obsessed. I feel like I was in a time capsule or something at the time because I'm hearing the songs and then my feet get to moving. Anyway, that was my Michael experience. This is this whole video. Hopefully you enjoy me talking about this. This is really gonna be great for my damn tracker because I need to get those thoughts out there so that I can process my critical hypotheses about various things as it pertains to artistry. I'm about to go to bed. Did you see the Michael movie? If you did, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. See you tomorrow.